Hi, quick review of the new, or relatively new I believe, HobbyBoss Su17M4 Fitter K. 148 scale, gives you some dimensions here. We've got length 396 and wingspan 285. I think there's a number of decal options in this one, at least two. Like most HobbyBoss kits, you also get a little bit of Photo-etch, which is quite nice. Kit number is 81758. There's your other decal optional colour scheme option. Cool, so that's going to open. She's quite a big box. So let's see, nice bit of box art on the front there. Quite like that. Nice sturdy box, which is always good. Stick a box down here and that would just go through the bits and bobs. Fairly standard with the HobbyBoss kit. You get a bit of information about stuff that's coming out or is probably already out, to be honest. So that's quite nice. We then get the standard black and white instruction booklet. We get our two decal options. Nice tri scheme. Let's bring it in a bit closer. Nice tri scheme there. And there we go. Paint call outs are in Mr. Hobby, Vallejo, Model Master, Tamiya and Humbrol. Nice, very sharp teeth, always a good scheme. And we got another one here. This actually looks like it could be a 4-tone scheme. 1, 2, 3, yeah, I think so. So there's some nice choices there, so that's a good start. We've also got a colour guide for the actual weapons, bombs, missiles, etc. So that's always quite nice add-on as well with proper paint call outs, so that's good, useful. So I'll just come back out a tiny bit for the moment, because again it's quite a large instruction booklet. In fact, let's see if we can't bring that over there a little bit for you. That's a bit better, isn't it? So fairly standard fare on the old HobbyBoss instructions. You get a bit of information on the front there, mainly about tools and how to apply decals, that sort of stuff. We then got a nice call out of the parts there, the sprue call out, which is good. Decals and everything, and the parts that are unused. Then pretty much standard type of setup really. The first thing we're going to do is put the wheel well together and go onto the cockpit. We've got some decals for the cockpit, which is nice. Multi-part injection seat, looks reasonably detailed for out of the box. And obviously some call outs. It's got a mix your own for the cockpit green. Light blue and green, so that'll be interesting. We then go on, so that's my compressor, to the engine, sort of at the end here, and the main fuselage going together. So, you know, really 3 stages, and you pretty much got everything together for the fuselage. So it's going to be a fairly quick, relatively quick build. And then we've got a few lumps and bumps going on here, and the tail, horizontal stabilizers, a few more lumps and bumps. This round here. We then go on to wheel wells, putting the first stage of the wing together. More wheels, more wing parts going together. Going on to the fuselage, and then we've got 2 types of wing positions. So you've kind of got the wings fully extended and then the wings folded in. Again, you've got your flaps, etc. Can all be posable, which is nice. We then go on to sort of really buttoning up the last bit with the cockpit, the HUD display, etc. Pitot tube, those sort of things. Interestingly, the picture shows it with tanks, etc. on already, even though, as far as I'm aware, we haven't done that bit yet. One of the nice things, you've kind of got this sort of dolly at the front here, which is quite nice add-on for if you're doing your diorama. And then your sort of canopy parts here going together. Looks like you've kind of got it in two parts, like an inner and an outer, which is good. We then go on to the sort of weapons fit, weapon bombs, cluster bombs, etc. Tanks, rocket pods, that sort of thing. So there's a nice range there. And then just the final part on the back there, which kind of gives you a call out on your weapons fit. So that's nice. Fairly straightforward. We're only looking at 24 steps, so I don't think it's going to be too long-winded a kit. So let's start the main fuselage halves here. Let me bring this in a little bit for you. Oh, wrong way. So, fairly delicate panel lines, some raised parts here. It all looks quite nice. I don't know whether you can see that by the camera. Doesn't seem to be any flash, particularly anything horrendous that's going to cause any problems. That should go together. There's no detail in it at this stage, but there's a cockpit tub, so that's not a problem. That all looks pretty good to me. Okay, there's a few little odds and I'll go through some of these odds and sods here. We'll be going to the next sprue. Rubber tyres. I'll get them out so we can take a look. If I don't want to get them all out, I'll just get one out for the purpose of this. I know, it's one of those things you either love or hate. I actually quite like them. You tend not to get horrible seam lines you've got to clean up. And with a bit of careful weathering, they can actually look quite good. Obviously, you're not going to get weight on wheels. Let's bring that in there. Sorry, I don't want to focus. Come on. But that's pretty good to me. We've then got a little bag here, which looks to be just literally the injection seat parts. Let's open this up and take a look. Again, not bad for out of the box. Again, you've got multiple parts. You've got harnesses. Zoom in a bit more here. Give a really good close-up look at those. You've got harnesses there, which is nice. The detail is reasonably good. Again, there's no flash. There's nothing too much to worry about there. It's quite clean. Nah, that's good. That's not bad out of the box injection seat. And then we go into this part. Sorry, I didn't cut that very well. Let's try that again. Zoom back out a little bit here. Slightly bigger component. So we've got the sort of bits and bobs here for the landing gear. Part of them, I think this is part of the nose, the sort of air intake at the front is all quite good. There's nothing really much to worry about there. You've got the engine sort of bit at the end here, reasonably detailed. Again, it's a nice clean part. I'm not sure what's hiding behind here. Okay. Yeah, okay, so it's kind of protecting, let me bring this round here for you, it's kind of protecting this rather delicate, the pitot tubes, or the fueling probes, I'm not sure what that is. There's two there, obviously quite delicate parts, very nice actually. And then we've got the wheel well landing gear doors. Again, there's no horrible injection pin marks in any places you wouldn't want them, so that's quite nice. And I'm just going to try and put this plastic, this protector cover back on because they're quite delicate parts. Put that back. Okay, what we've got here. So let's have a look. We've got the first part of the wings, horizontal stabilisers in this bag. Again, really nice actually. You've got some lovely detail here, beautifully fine rivets, recessed panel lines, These sort of vents here are nicely detailed. All the parts are clean. Bits of detail everywhere actually. Interestingly, so here's the landing gear, door, wheel wells. There's a bit of detail there. Interestingly, I don't know whether you're going to see it. Oh, here we go. You might see the look. You can see it through the plastic. Whether that's going to be an issue or not, I don't know. It doesn't feel like there's anything there untoward. I think once it's painted, you'll probably never see that. Strange though. Not sure what's got there. Clear parts looks good. Okay, so another bag of bits. So I'm not doing very well with the knife tonight. Try that again. So we've got an instrument panel here, reasonably well detailed. Part of the engine, various bits and pieces. This is part of the rear of the cockpit. You've got the nose part here, and then you've got various parts of the engine intake. Again, it's all quite nicely detailed. The wheel hubs are quite good. Again, there's nothing really untoward there. Some very nice, finely detailed small parts here. It's all good. It's all good so far. Here we've got some more. These parts are the same, so I'll just open one of the bags. This is the wings. I'm assuming, actually, when I say they're the same, they're not actually quite the same. I would imagine one is the folded in wing and one is the extended wing, but certainly the quality of the parts is much the same. Again, come in here, if I can get a good shot for you, a good angle, the lighting. Nope, it's not playing ball. Zoom right in, maybe that'll help. Okay, yeah, you can see they are beautifully detailed, nice fine recessed panel lines. That's going to look nice. Just obviously don't go too heavy on the paint. I think that'll look fantastic. There we go. So that's nice. I won't open the other one because the detail is going to be much the same. Yeah, I've got a lot of bags to get through here, and I don't want to bore everybody to tears. So, rid of those. Come back a tiny bit here, and then we've got our tail. We've got our cockpit tub, which is quite nice. The panel line, the detail is raised, which is nice. Even got some texture to the floor. You know, there's nicely detailed, lovely detail here. It's all crisp. There's the frame for the canopy, which is nice. That can be painted separately, which is great. And there's also some very small pieces here, so that's nice. There's a whole host of weaponry now. So that's good. Most of these I think are duplicates. So there's 2 sprues containing the same parts. So we've got some fuel tanks here. Again, nice. It's all recessed panels. Some little missiles here, one-piece missiles, which is nice. And there's a nice detail on the actual sort of hard points with the weapons. So that's good. Here we've got a range selection of sort of cluster type bombs and what looks could be rocket pods, not sure. I'll just get these out again. Come back slightly on this one because it's a slightly bigger sprue. Again, you know, there's no real flash, the detail is all there, nicely detailed in fact. That all looks good. Let's open this one. Oops. So again, flash free. Nice recessed panel eyes, rivets. All looks really good. And these are the rocket pods here. Again, the detail is excellent here. Very nicely detailed, crisp parts. No flash or anything horrid. That all looks good. So we've got a few bits left to look at. So we've got a little piece of Photo-etch. If I can get it open. Nicely protected with a piece of card. And it doesn't want to come open at all. There we go. Like most of the HobbyBoss Photo-etch, it's got it protected by a film. It's a bit thicker than the sort of the nicer Edward Photo-etch, but you know, you get it in the kit. It's nice to have. We've then got two bags here. Let's have a look what we've got. If I can find an opening. Be careful, damage the. Yeah, so here's our main canopy glass, which, wow. Again, I don't know how well that comes on camera, but it is beautifully crystal clear. It doesn't seem to be excessively distortive. I don't know whether you can tell, but that's really, really nice, nicely detailed. Again, you've got, should be easy to mask. Nice defined definition on the sides there, so that's good. Pop that back in the plastic, keep it protected. We've then got another piece, which I imagine has got some other clear parts in it. Yeah, so again, you've got the front part here, front of the cockpit, and there's various lights and bits and bobs. Again, beautiful, beautiful clear parts. No, I can't criticise those at all. They're fantastic. Really, really top notch. I'm not sure how easy that's going to get to back in there, but we'll do that in a minute. And then, last of all, the decals. Now, this can sometimes be the weaker part of, I think, of the HobbyBoss kits, but let's see. Let's not judge it till we've seen it. Okay, so we've got a reasonable decal for the instrument panel. That's not bad, and the actual decals aren't bad at all. You know, we've got some nice little symbols here, you know, little characters. You know, there's actually not a lot of decals. There's certainly not a lot of stencils, which, so if you hate stenciling, this is the kit for you, because there's not much there at all, really. You know, the reds are better than some, certainly better than the Skyhawk kit that I've recently looked at. They're not quite as wishy-washy, although they are slightly, I don't know, they're just not quite as punchy as some, but you know, weathering, I suppose. And you get obviously the decals for the relevant weapons, so you know, they're not bad. You know, I don't think, you know, they're not, certainly not cartographed, but they're not bad. They're not bad at all. They're better than some HobbyBoss kits I've seen. Okay, well, I think that's pretty much it. I don't think I've forgotten anything. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.